Normally with steel, or traditionally with steel, you would leave about 2 inches of cover between the steel and the surface of the concrete. And that was mainly to minimize moisture intrusion and affecting the steel rebars. With this, you can reduce that cover to 3/4 of an inch. Thereby, and right away, that's an inch and a quarter savings in concrete. And that's just on one face. So on a multi-story building, it all adds up. And you can realize significant benefits by saving on the concrete required.
John Chin, the operations manager of Mings Products and Services, says fiberglass rebars offer numerous benefits when compared to the traditional steel bars used to reinforce concrete. Local users are still few, largely because steel bars have been used in construction for decades, and perhaps because the upfront costs are lower despite the longer-term cost benefits of the fiberglass rebars. Chin, however, believes that more people will use the product once they are more familiar with all of its benefits.
The tensile strength of the product is almost four times stronger than steel. So in reinforced concrete, where the rebars are used to provide tensile strength, you can imagine you can use smaller sizes or less material. It also gives you the opportunity to the confidence that moisture will not corrode your reinforcement, because it's totally non-reactive with water and moisture. Even if the water has some amount of salt in it, it's perfectly safe. On a traditional project site, you might order the standard 20-foot lengths. When you get to the site, you only need 15 feet or 16 feet. Thereby, you have a 5 feet or a 4 feet remainder that if you can't utilize it, or you have to splice it to use it somewhere else, then that becomes wastage. On this job, whatever he needed was cut to length, precisely at the factory, shipped to Guyana, delivered to Mr. Fraser, and that's what he installed here.
The C&F Meat Centre at Bagotstown East Bank Demerara is one of 2 local companies whose owners believe in the product. Another building is being constructed just next to the existing Bagotstown location, and the company's chairman, Peter Fraser, pointed out that they were advised to use the product.
All the buildings in the mall, this Harbour Bridge Mall, were basically designed by Mr. Bert Carter, a renowned engineer, civil engineer. And I have a lot of confidence in him, and he has recommended we use the rebars, which he says is at least twice as strong as steel, and it doesn't rust. So I'm sure you have seen many times columns of a building, an older building, the concrete would crack. It wouldn't do that with this product.
The MST rebars are also being used at the ongoing factory extension at the Demerara Distillers Limited, Diamond East Bank Demerara location. Reporting for the newsroom, I am Vishani Raghavir.